Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to make this base of this guitar here. This is just an image here. You might see the manipulator and some grids up here, but all this is the background image on the image plane. This came from Patrick, and we are in orthographic view. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started with the line tool, and we're going to use the interpolated curve. And right now I'm just going to show you a sample of how this works. This is actually a little bit of time saver of having to click every point. As you can see, I got a pattern here, and I don't want to click here and just keep on clicking because it's going to take too much time. So this interpolates or interprets between points when they're selected. So if I select here, and since I got it up on 8, this is going to give me a visual feedback. I'll show you here in a minute what I mean. And I'm going to click here, and I'm going to try to go out further as I can before this line starts losing shape of the background image. So if I was to go down here, you can see I'm looking at the white line actually right now, and as you can see, it's not the same as the background. So I want to bring this back where everything's going to about meet, and I'm going to click here, and I'm going to bring it around here and click here. And when I'm doing this, I like to go out furthest I can. I believe this makes it a lot smoother instead of having to click real close each time. I like to try getting it out furthest I can before having to click. I think it makes it a lot smoother and saves a lot of time. And just to show you how this works, we're just going to set this down to 1. This is the slider, and we're going to set the range down, and we're going to validate this. Alright, as you can see, I didn't have to sit there and click this point. As you can see on the background, let me go ahead and kill this so you can see this really good. As you can see, I got points from the guitar now, and it would be time consuming if I had to sit there and click. So I just have to click where I needed to. And to show you something here, we'll just use the increase smoothing and click it a couple times after I select the object. As you can see, now it's forming the shape of the where I clicked. So, and another thing, notice as you can see, the points bunched up here, and they started to pull away a little bit here. It's because over here I click real close, and I started getting further away down here. Not a problem. We're going to fix that here in a second. So let's go ahead and delete this one here, and let's get started. And go back to the lines tool, and we'll start with interpolated curve, and we're going to have to set this up so we can get some visual feedback. And I think 8's just fine right now. And I'm going to starting point, I'm just going to go ahead and select here, and it's got a slight curve here, then it's got a real hard one. So I'm going to select here. I know when there's a real hard sharp curve, I'm going to have to click them closer. So I'm going to click here and here, and I'm going to go ahead and click here. Now it's starting to smooth. It's not getting real hard shape, so I can come out a little bit further. Click here, here, and we'll just work our way around here. Couple times in here, click there. As you can see right here, we're going to go ahead, instead of cutting this out right here, we're just going to bring this around. We can cut this out later, but I don't think I'm going to do it in the video because it'll be time consuming. Not real time consuming, but we're going to go ahead and close this. And like I said, it ain't going to be too time consuming, but this video is probably going to get a little bit long anyway. Like I said, every time that I click where it's real hard sharp, I end up getting a lot of points all bunched up. Then it starts evening out, and I get a little bit more spaced apart, a little different. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure this is fairly smooth. I got quite a bit of points. It's probably alright, but we're going to go to do the vertex modeling, and we're going to go ahead and bunch this up a little bit and collapse this DG, and we're going to add quite a bit here. I'm just going to do a little bit of overkill. This is going to make the line here pretty smooth, And I'm going to go ahead and select the lines tool here, and we're going to select the polyline, and I'm going to select a point here, and I'm going to bring it all the way across somewhere over here. Tap the space bar so it's locked in, and validate it. Alright, I got a point on each end, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use vertex modeling, increase smoothing, click it, and keep an eye on the points here. You're going to see them go up here. And I'm just going to collapse this DG once and let you look here. As what it's doing is it's evenly spacing these points on one line. They're not all bunched up in one spot and spaced apart in another spot. They're all evenly spaced, and we're going to get quite a few points on here. I'm just going to click here, and sometimes this thing will stop, so all you do is collapse the DG, keep an eye on the points here, and we're going to add quite a few of them. And I might overkill this, so not a big deal. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. That'll be fine. Alright, just got quite a bit here, so then what we're going to do is with my customs, I know I got the bend option here, so make sure you're in object mode, selected object mode, with the line selected, and we'll select the curve path. Alright, we're going to go ahead and delete this one here so we don't get it mixed up. And we're going to bring this one over here. And I'm just going to eyeball this. I could have copied the positions and pasted them, but not a big deal. I'm going to scale it just a little bit bigger. Alright. And there we go. And we're going to move into the next section. Alright, we're going to add some square polygons. To make them square, you can grab this grid and just drag off and let go. And we'll scale it up. And there's another option we can do. We're going to go ahead and activate transparency. And let's say the square patterns are too big. Of course, I can scale it down or whatever I want. And there's another way that you can do this is just select here. Let's just size this one up. I got the snap to grid on right here, and let's say I wanted to just size one up down here just to see what it looks like. And I'm going to click here, and what I'm doing is I'm looking over here the width and height, and they need to be, for being square, it needs to be matched, 4 by 4 or 3000 minus 3000. Both the width and height are the same. So this is a completely square polygon right there. Alright, the trick is, well, not the trick, but we want to have enough polygons. We don't want too many because it's going to cause us a lot of work, and we don't want to have too less or we're going to lose our shape, but it'll save us some time. So we kind of want to get in between there. So I'm thinking 3 is sufficient. I'm going to select up here in this border, and I'm going to look over on the right there, and I'm going to do 3 by 3. Then I'm going to click. I'm going to drag this out. Then I'm going to pull this down. Okay, there's going to be some spots that I'm going to be looking at on this grid here. First of all, never pull the grid out like this because you're going to lose the squareness off it. You just scale it with a cube if you need to. Alright. There's a couple things I'm looking at right here. I'm looking at this this line here. And this little line here, I looped it so you can see it. I'm going to start this on the top, and it's going to follow a path around the curve. So I want to keep this kind of on the inside of the bend shape here, so I'll need to scale this down just a little bit, or somewhere close. I guess it could probably be on the outside, but that's fine. As you can see right there, and the same way with this one here. See how I'm kind of eyeballing both of these? Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the face here above the line, and we're going to loop it, hold the control key and drag up, and we're going to delete them polygons, and we're going to do the same down here. And we're going to go ahead and do the same here. Going to loop this here twice, delete it, and do this one here. And I'll probably just need to bring this back just a little bit. I'll scale it in just a little bit right there, that's fine. Alright, as you can see, here's my edges. They're staying within the curve here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a point here, and I'm not going to select this end point, I'm going to select the one next to it. Now I'm going to drag up, and I'm going to touch the curve. I'm directly in the y-axis. Alright. Well, this could be a little time consuming for me to do it like this. Control Z that. And what I like doing is grabbing this little triangle here. I'm just going to eyeball this, and I'm going to start dragging up, and when I do, I'm going to hold the shift key and it's going to snap. It's going to snap to that curve, and it's not going to overshoot it. So let's do this one here, and watch when I bring it up here and I snap it. I'm just going to drag it to the left. As you can see, it's still going to stay on the curve. So, you know, it don't have to be perfect, but it's real close, and that's why I made these lines here, points, where there were a bunch of them, so I'd have a good place to connect to snap to. So it's basically just eyeballing everything and just keeping an eye on what you're doing, and it's pretty quick. And we'll go ahead and finish up around here, and I might pause the video as I go along. Alright, as you notice, I didn't touch none of my end ones yet, so let's finish this up. I did pause the video. And we'll go ahead and hide this other one here. And we're going to go ahead and select somewhere on the edge here and loop it. As you can see here, it doesn't loop all the way around. It's because these are the corner points. Remember, these are the ones I didn't touch, is because right here it's got this point sticking out here, and same way with all the way around it. It's because the corner points are not letting it flow all the way around. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and delete the corner points on all four corners, and we're going to delete them, and then we're going to go to the vertex modeling, and then we're going to use the weld, and we're going to weld these back. Alright, if we wanted to cut out the top of this neck here on the guitar, we probably need to do that now, but we're not going to do that. And if we wanted to make this more smoother, well, not much smoother because it won't help a whole lot, and I needed more polygons, we can do this right now and press 1, then use this DG to collapse it. Then it's going to add some more points, and we can sit here and tweak some more. But tweaking's not going to, we all know the tweaking's the easy part here, so instead of watching me in the video, we're just going to leave it like it is. I could, turn the curve back on and finish up tweaking around these corners, but we're just going to leave this alone for right now, and I think you pretty much got the hint how to snap that to that curve there. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and add some thickness to this. Let's go ahead and turn that off there, and we'll validate that. I'm not going to make it the same guitar over here as I'll make this one a little bit fatter, I guess. And we'll go ahead and ring this here. And we'll go to the vertex mounting connect. That'll split them in the middle. And we're going to select the edge here. Over here, we're going to loop this. And we're going to add some chamfer to this. So I'll add here. Let's zoom in how much we want. And let's subdivide that, take a look at that. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to remove the history of the dynamic geometry. And I'm going to make this. I'm going to make a circle hole in this guitar. It's going to make a more of a box guitar instead of electric guitar. And after this, I'm pretty much going to stop right there. So I'm going to figure where the hole is going to be. So I'm going to drag here and here. And let's say I want to be consistent. So I believe that's it. And we'll drag this way. Alright, and we'll select here and here and here and delete. And I want to go ahead, I'm going to tilt this. So what we're doing is we're seeing this back side right here. So let me go into side view here. Let me tip this to make sure I know what side I'm on. Okay. I need to select this side with transparency on. And we selected all the faces, and we'll just hide them for right now. I'm just going to hide the whole back side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the edges here, and you're going to loop it. And I'm going to go into the lines tab and extract curve. Alright, this is telling me I got 24 points that came out of there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and delete that. And we're going to use this one. It's got the 2 points on here from the circle here. And I'm going to turn off the snapping. And I'm going to shift snap. Let me turn this on here. I'm going to shift snap to this one corner. Hold the shift key and snap to the opposite corner. And remember the other one had 24. And we'll validate it. Alright, we're going to select the curve here, and now we're going to drag up and snap to them. Or snap to the circle. And we'll work our way around there. As you can see here, we got a problem. We got this point and this point. I can't overlap them, so let's Control Z this a little bit. Just in case you run into this problem, I just wanted to show you this. What we need to do is get the circle here, and we need to go ahead and drag this in a little bit. And we'll go ahead and redo this. So we want no overlapping, so be careful. I'll actually bring this circle down just a little bit more. I don't want the lines bunched up here, so we'll snap there. Alright, now let's get a little bit more speed here. Just do them one at a time, do them in order. Alright, we got that done. We'll go ahead and hide this curve. We'll bring this back, turn off transparency. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and loop this curve, and we're going to go ahead and let's take a side view here and use the control key and drag in. Pretty tight there, and we're going to do the control key and drag it in again, and one more time and just drag out. Now when I subdivide it, it should look like a pretty good hard circle here, or a circle, not a hard circle. And that's how you get the circle shape inside the guitar box. Now you can do some extruding here. There's a lot of other things that you can add here. This is basically a way that you can get a shape to get started with. And thank you very much.